Good afternoon. It's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. Our conversations this week, because next week is Valentine's Day, so we want to be in a little bit of preparation for it, is 8 ways to celebrate Valentine's Day with seniors. We all prepare for our loved ones, being our spouses, our significant others, our children, and bequeathing them their Valentine's gifts. But we tend to forget our elderly parents or our senior loved ones that maybe are at home alone or they're living in a senior living community that they need to celebrate Valentine's Day as well. And, trying to be a little bit more creative with it is something that makes it more fun than just doing it because it's Valentine's Day. The reason for the seniors in our lives, they kind of fall through the cracks during the holiday times. And I don't mean that negatively. What I mean is that they're kind of forgotten. They're going to have a Valentine's party at their senior living. I don't need to get involved in it. Some little simple notes of doing notations or little novelty items are truly priceless that could be done during Valentine's Day. Not only from yourself to your mother and father, grandmother, grandfather, but even from your children or grandchildren to their great-grandparents or their grandparents is really something really neat. And it really is something that is going to be remembered for months on end and till the next holiday comes. So typically flowers, number one, is typical for Valentine's gift. It's the natural go-to. It does brighten a senior's day. Instead of having them delivered, bring it to them. Maybe not flowers, maybe a plant. If your loved one is not able to take care of the plant as it being a chore for them, then maybe flowers would be great. Put it in a vase already, something that they don't have to do, water in it, but delivering it to their home can really brighten up their day, their week. And don't wait for Valentine's Day. Maybe do it a day or two beforehand so they can enjoy it all along. Sometimes I say plants because now they're responsible for doing something. And, after the flowers have died, here's the great thing. Those plants don't, and they need care. So your senior loved one is now providing care to a plant. Number 2 is treats. Everybody has a sweet tooth, let's be honest. For those that are senior loved ones that are diabetic, we have to think ingeniously. There's a lot of sugar-free desserts. There's a lot of sugar-free candies. There's a lot of sugar-free chocolates. There's a lot of sugar-free items. So make sure that you look into that so you don't want to entice them against their diet for their treats, not maybe used or enjoyed, but maybe now having an after effect of their sugars going up. So, take that into consideration. Another treat this is such a great gift, is what they call edible arrangements. So fruit bowls is even something that you can deliver or have delivered. Great. And they actually, sometimes they do them in a bouquet. And yes, it is February. In some parts of the country, maybe fruit is not plentiful, but you could be very, very creative with that. The great thing here in Florida and around the country, usually February is a very big strawberry. So if not delivering it or buying a fruit bowl, what about chocolate dipped strawberries? What a treat for your loved one. But also to take into consideration if they have diet measures that they have to abide by. Number 3, craft with kids. Nothing better than actually having your senior loved one enjoying doing a craft with their grandchildren or great grandchildren, and maybe making gift cards or doing some kind of projects together, and or doing a scrapbook page of pictures with Valentine's pictures, or something that you could do with a Polaroid camera. But doing crafts with the kids is great. Maybe even putting on a movie, having pizza, putting on a Valentine's movie, and doing some kind of craft is really something enjoying together. 4, reminisce. Again, what we were just talking about, we have thousands of pictures in our phones, don't we? We also have thousands of pictures that we keep in, a box, maybe not so much in a photo album that we have printed up. What a great way is to actually doing a scrapbook page, putting them in photo albums, ones that you have, or let's start a whole new idea and actually take photos and with your camera phone or with a Polaroid and do something with those photos itself. I love when my daughter sends me pictures of her when she was younger in comparison to my granddaughter at that same age. When she just recently got her new bicycle for Christmas, there was a picture of my daughter on her bicycle for Christmas. So it was neat to see them side by side and how much they look alike. But again, we reminisced. It's almost 32 years apart. So really something that's really great to reminisce upon. And nothing is better than actually going through old photos together. Some you don't even know who's in those pictures, and your loved one, your senior loved one might know, and now you could be able to inscript in on the back who those loved ones were. Have a date night. We all know that with our spouses, we have date nights for Valentine's Day. What about doing that with your senior loved one? Maybe cooking them a special meal, maybe grandma, grandpa, having that with your children as well too. Go and actually have an occasion with them at their home or invite them over. But bring out the china, bring out a bottle of wine and having something really special. Instead of just going out to dinner, have it that they come to your home. Maybe it can involve also doing a movie night with it as well. So making something of the occasion and making it a date. So, going out to a restaurant on Valentine's Day is really, really tough. And even for our older folks, because it's so crowded, everybody's going out that day. Why not do it the couple of days before or maybe even a couple of days after? Having a Valentine's Day dance. Very, very prevalent in doing this in senior living. A lot of them do that. And a lot of activities directors plan for Valentine's Day, and they set up maybe an afternoon dance and all, where the residents can actually dress up and partake in it. There might be some senior centers in your area if your mom and dad are not in senior living, that daycares that they might even have an occasion for or a festivity for Valentine's Day, VFWs, whatever that it may be. But that's something that would be enjoyable for them to go to. Create a new tradition. Just because we did it in the past and has worked many times in the past, there is nothing wrong with actually creating something new and fun, and something that maybe your senior loved one, your mom, doesn't have her husband anymore, your dad. So you're dealing with somebody that is now going through hard times of remembering what's not here anymore, or maybe they have a chronic illness. So start a new tradition for Valentine's Day. May it be inside the home because of their chronic illness, or within senior living, or outside the home itself. So, if you're preparing something ahead of time and you're creating a new tradition, now you're doing something that you could look forward to doing again next year, since it was so successful. And number 8, listen to music. There is such music from yesteryear that A lot of our senior loved ones love listening to Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and all those oldies but goodies. They remember the words. They might not remember what they had for breakfast that morning. They might have short-term memory loss. But when it comes time to music of the past, they remember. An Elvis song, like I said, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, all that Rat Pack era is something that they enjoy. So listening to music, reminiscing and talking about it as well too, but also playing it in a joyful manner. So again, have a little snack with it, but listening to the music is just wonderful. These are great 8 ideas that we're giving you, but if you don't do it, guess what? It never happened. So planning ahead is the best thing. Don't let the holiday go by with not doing something. Last year, I remember one senior living community by us actually was asking the community at large to send Valentine's Day cards to their residents. So imagine, might be 100 residents in the senior living community, and there is 1,000 people that were sending cards. They each got 10 cards. So, that's what I'm saying is to enjoy that. Maybe go to a preschool and ask them to make cards for your senior loved one and put it in the mail. What great ideas that can be done with children and our senior loved ones. But be creative. Think of something. Just don't make the day go by and just have flowers delivered and it not being expounded upon. So it's a holiday of love. So show your senior loved ones love. Of course, it's going to be Valentine's next week. So needless to say, I wanted you to come up with these ideas. We're going to say Happy Valentine's next week, but I wanted you to have these ideas so you could plan before next week when it actually happens. As always, I always lead you to my website. It's www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find my bio, demographics, testimonials, various options, resources, and all these video talks. There's also my email and my telephone number there as well. If you have an idea, please give me a call or shoot me an email. There's also links to my social media. Send me a message. I would love great ideas that we could speak about. As always, I love what I do, so I do what I love. And I love who I'm surrounded by. I have great care partners, great resources, and great communities and senior advocates that I love working with. Thank you. This Valentine's Day is for you as well. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day and happy planning. And I'll see you next week for Tuesday Talks with Linda McKenna of Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. Bye-bye now.